Today I'm on my way home. It is a beautiful day in Dallas, Texas. I'm enjoying this beautiful weather. Uh, I'm enjoying this beautiful day. I'm about to head on to the house, so I just wanted to go live for a little bit and say hello. Hope everybody's doing well out there. Haven't been going live, haven't been really on YouTube like that. But I always get the scoop from somebody. It's been a lot going on. Hey Gamma, how are you? I was gonna try to cam up, but I don't know. My phone is not letting me, which is weird. My phone is not letting me cam up, so I don't know. Can't, because I'm looking kind of cute today. What's up, CC? Yeah, I look cute today, girl. I don't know why this thing won't let me cam up. Good to hear from you. Good to hear from you as well. Shout out to Gamma. And Gamma, you're always welcome to put your link in the chat. You're a supporter of mine. Hey Orlando, you've always when you couldn't be here, we try to support each other. So shout out to Gamma. She has a lot of fun lives. She's not into drama. So if you're looking for that, hey Slim, how are you? I see your membership started back up. I guess you had it on pause or something. But he said, stop hating on Selena. You too. We already. Yes, indeed. One thing I can say about, haters, especially women. Women, we are very vicious to one another. And I try my best not to be one of those type of women. I try to give other women their flowers, especially if they haven't really did anything to me. I always try to give women their flowers, but I notice one thing that women do to tear other women down is to always go and talk about their looks. And most of the time, some of the people that talk about other people's looks, they have no business whatsoever to talk about anybody. But that's the society we live in. It's just a lot of projection that's going on in the world. But women are very vicious, and I would say maybe down the line, there gonna be peace on earth and everybody's gonna love each other. That's just not going to happen. So you just have to learn how to disengage with demons. Thank you so much, whoever sent that 100. Was that Miss V? Thank you, Miss V. Shout out to Miss V. And you can put your link in the chat as well. If you're a moderator and you want to put your link in the chat, you're more than welcome. You can let people know what type of content you offer. But one thing I am learning to definitely watch my temper. Do not allow demons, people, hey Taryn, that have that demonic spirit, let me crash out. When you get to the point in your life where you're so preoccupied with trying, thank you so much, Miss V. I appreciate you. Shout out to Miss V. And like I said, put your link in the chat so people can say, hey, my boy, I think it's Saya. Sayla. I'm gonna get it right one day. Thank you so much. When you realize that a lot of the times you give people power, you give people a lot of power when you do crash outs and you show emotions. When I realized that certain people, thank you so much, CC. When I realized that certain people that I care nothing about that will not break or make me, I start to do something that they hate the most. And what demons hate the most is to be ignored, to not be acknowledged. Thank you so much, Marissa. To not be acknowledged. That's what demons hate the most. See, demons, they they thrive on negative emotions. They thrive on making you crash out and making you thank you so much, Gamma, and making you crash out and making you question yourself, or make you, steal your joy for, thank you, hey Ryan, steal your joy for a split second, because they want to prove that they can actually, or they're powerful, and that they can take over you and make you respond and have the power over you. And so when you learn to disengage with demons, when you learn to ignore the demon for who they are, because see, a lot of times you have people that call other people demons, but they are the ones that are doing the demonic activity. So I'm gonna need you to stop calling other people demons when you are the one that is doing the demonic activity. And it's really amazing how some people are just so delusional, how some people are so blinded by their own behavior. They have the nerve, I'm talking about the audacity, to think that other people around them are evil when they are the ones that's doing the evil activity, when they are the ones that are causing chaos, when they are the ones that are coming at people and bullying people that they don't even know did it or did not do it. They are the ones that are always pointing the finger and throwing stones at people, when they are the people that are doing exactly what they're blaming other people for doing. How crazy and delusional. And that's why I said there is a God and there is a devil. And a lot of times I really believe that the devil really blinds a lot of people from who they really are. And that's why I'm going, some people say, how can you call other humans demons? Well, a lot of times the spiritual realm operates through human beings. Okay. And that's why a lot of times when you wonder why so many people are doing so many demonic things, it's because they are operating under that demonic spirit. And for some people that will go over your head, because you might not be religious, you might not think that things are spiritual when they are, and you don't believe in that. But look around you. Look at how people are in this day and time. Look at how people lack love or compassion for people. Look at how people respond to the smallest little things. Like when I was telling you guys about 5 minutes down the street from where I live at PetSmart, these two women got into an altercation because one of the women did not say thank you. So the other woman that didn't say thank you, she followed the woman that basically let her know what she did was rude, followed her to another store and got into another fight with her. Hey, Mr. Chill. And then, you know what happened after that? If for those who don't know, she ended up shooting that woman several times. See, that's where I live. Okay, that's where I'm from. So and people don't realize that some of the most unhinged people, thank you, Miss V, some of the most unhinged people, some of the people that are really about their life are really some people that probably mind their business. And I'm not saying this woman did. She probably just ghetto and unhinged. But I'm talking about people that really don't bother people. And then when you come looking for them, you'll find out. So that's why I said this woman's life was taken from her because she got into a simple, I would say verbal altercation that could have just ended after the person said what they had to say, the other person said what they had to say. But of course, you have some unhinged, demonic people, some people that have are operating under demons, go and follow this woman after they got into a verbal altercation, followed this woman to the store, fought her, then went into her car and got a gun and unalived this woman. Took this 41-year-old woman out of here. She had, I think, 2 or 3 children. And her life is gone just for a simple argument, a simple disagreement. And this is why a lot of times you have to disengage with people that are demonic. And that's why a lot of the times I check myself, and a lot of times I have to emotionally regulate myself, because I understand that demons are used by, well, they use other people to get responses from you. They use other people to make you get out of your character, just to make them feel better. Say, see, I told you she wasn't about nothing, Miss Christian, Mr. Christian. I told you that person wasn't about nothing. Thank you, Miss V. And that's exactly what they will do after they get you out of your skin, after they get you out of your body, after they get you mad, huffing and puffing and cussing and acting a fool. And that's why I refuse in this day in my life. Number one, I'm working on forgiveness. I'm working on forgiveness because, number one, I know if I don't forgive, I won't be forgiven. And really, unforgiveness, it holds so much weight on you because you're so busy worrying about and trying to get revenge for somebody that you probably will never see revenge done. Karma coming back or reaping what they sow. And you're waiting on when something bad happens to them. And that is weight on you because you worried about somebody else when you should be trying to live your life the best way you can. We are all on borrowed time. There's nobody here that has extra time. God gives everyone an allotted time to be on this earth. So why waste your time being mad at the world, being mad at demons, people that allow themselves to be used by demons and be straight up idiots, and let you get out of yourself. Now, I'm not saying you every now and then you won't get upset and you won't just be like, that don't even make sense, get frustrated or irritated. I'm not saying you'll never be like that, because you will. As long as you're dealing with people, you're going to be upset sometimes. You're going to be irritated because that's just how people are. Hey, Miss Vaughn. That's how people are. So you got to understand that there's going to be conflict. Conflict is inevitable. People that you don't like, people that rub you the wrong way, it's inevitable because we're living in a world where there's all different types of people, and some people are operating under different spirits. Some people have good spirits, some people have bad spirits, and those bad spirits are demonic entities. So I would say when you come in contact with one of Satan's children, because you will, just make sure you're not one of them. Okay, make sure that you're not agitating the situation. Make sure that you're not, participating in the foolery, in the demonic activity. So those are things that you have to make sure that you are on the up and up. And that's why I said forgiveness is something that we all have to learn to do, not for the other person, but for ourselves. I don't forget on what you said. I don't forget on what you did. You still well, I can't say that, but you still a person. I'm like, nah, I don't want you next to me. We don't need no conversation. We don't need to work nothing out, but I don't hate you. I don't wish you to hell. I don't, I just want you to go over there as far as the east is from the west. Okay. But I'm not going to have no hate in my heart for you. I'm not going to have no bitterness in my heart for you, because stuff like that, hey, CX, keeps us from getting blessed in life. We can't even enjoy we can't even enjoy all of our life. We can't even have the essence of just being truly happy and joyous because we have so much bitterness inside of us. And what we have to remember is, and it's a cliche, but it's true. A lot of hurt people hurt other people. There's some people that cry at night when nobody's around, but they the big bad wolf when they come on the internet. They the big bad wolf when they come to work. They the big bad wolf when you see them walking around. But at night, they lonely. They really don't have no real friends. They really don't have anybody that's really there to celebrate them. Hey, Mike. They really don't have any true love and really happiness within themselves, a joy within themselves, because they are so miserable and they are so hurting. So instead of them dealing with their misery, instead of them learning how to get out of what they're in and to deal with themselves and whatever they had to deal with growing up, they take it out on other people. They try to traumatize other people. They try to be the big bully to other people because they have such a miserable life. Hey, Isabella, beautiful name. They have such a miserable life. So it is also a thing that people say all the time, which is a cliche: misery loves company. And it will invite you, it will give you a cup of coffee, it will tell you to sit down and relax yourself because you're gonna be here a while. Because guess what? Miserable people want to have a party and they want you to be a part of it. They want to tear you down. They want to make you feel all kinds of ways. They want to put lies on you. They want to do everything that they can to do to destroy you because they already feel defeated. But you'll never know that because they come off so strong and so boisterous and so arrogant. You wouldn't think that they actually really are hurting on the inside because they hide it. Hi, Mars. They hide it so much. So I have made up in my mind, because I already know that whenever you're dealing with at work, in your family, on social media, wherever you go, there's always going to be some miserable Marcy. I'm going to say miserable Marcy, bitter Betty, you know, crazy Charles. There's always going to be somebody to try to tear you down, to try to insult you, try to lie on you. And what do? Do you engage with it? Because I know the times that I've engaged with it, it took a lot out of me. It made me feel empty inside because it takes a lot of energy to be hateful and go back and forth with a demon. It's like they're energy vampires. They will suck all of the energy, all of the joy that you have if you keep engaging with these idiots. So what I have decided, because I don't think I'm a big bad wolf, but I tell you one thing: you come to Texas and I run into you, I'm going to shoot you to injure you. I'm going to let you know, stay the hell away from me. So if you ever try, and this goes for anyone that have tried to threaten me or any type of thing, I just got to see you. And I'm shooting to injure. Okay? I'm just going to be 100. Because a lot of times you have so many people that are so demonic. They will do anything and everything to take your life. They try to take your joy. They might even try to take your life physically. So you have to always be aware, but you cannot allow hate to just stick onto you. And sometimes when hate and bitterness sticks onto you, it turns you into the very thing that you hate. So you have to be extremely careful that you don't allow that bitterness. And once I start seeing or feeling, and I feel like my spirit is kind of heavy, and I'm allowing something or someone to pull me down, I know it's time to disengage. Thank you so much, Miss V. It's time to disengage with, like I said, it's time to disengage with demons. It is no point of going back and having an argument with a demon. I have been guilty of it because I just want to prove a point, and you ain't finna talk to me any kind of way, and I ain't no punk, because that was my ego. But then when I realized how time is so precious and how my energy is so precious, and if I don't know you, if you can't make or break my life, I don't even need to engage with you. I need to disengage with you because it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. So after we learn these things, we're going to constantly be tested on, certain things and how we handle it. It's just the way God works. Or for some people that believe in the universe, it's just the way it works. Every time we learn things and we try to do better, there's going to be situations that's going to occur where we're going to actually have to use what we think we know, right? So I have made up in my mind, and you have to have that's why the Bible says be renewed, you have to renew your mind. And that's why a lot of the times I have to constantly remind myself to disengage with a demon, disengage with an idiot, because that's exactly what they are. They're under a demonic energy. They're under demonic influence, and their goal is to take your joy. Their goal is to make you crash out and go off. Their goal is to make other people see what they have made up in their head about you, because they are haters and they don't want nobody to see you in a good light. And then they get other haters to join on the bandwagon, and there you go, a hate train. Okay, so these are the things that will happen. So that's why you have to be aware and have different type of mindset on how you're going to deal with this. And that's why a lot of the times you may see me disengaging on YouTube, because I understand my energy and my time is very precious. And it cannot be wasted on fools. It cannot be wasted on demons. It cannot be wasted on just straight up idiots. So we have to understand that. And that's why I just like to, I went ahead and wanted to do it today, because like I said, do not think that the devil don't know your number. He knows what piss you off. He knows what you like, what you don't like. He knows what will make you go off and cuss somebody out or put your hands on somebody. He knows every trigger that you have. See, the thing about familiar spirits, those are things that spirits that have followed you from generation to generation. They know your grandmama, they know your great grandmother, your great grandfather, and these things follow you, and they observe your life. See, we are not in this world alone. Thank you so much, Rich. I appreciate you. How you doing? We are not in this world alone. I'm sorry to tell you, you might want to believe in so much science that we the only people here, but I'm sorry to inform you, but we're not the only person. And science can definitely prove that. Look at the CERN. Look at how the different portals that these scientists are discovering, that there's other entities in these other portals that's really could come over here, but there's something that is keeping them from coming all the way over here in the earth. And I believe that's God's protection. So a lot of times what is coming over here is dark matter, and it's getting into people. It's really demonic activities. It's really demon entities that are coming over here, and they are really trying to get into people, and they are accomplishing that. Why do you think the AI is the way it is? It can tell you almost what you about to say and complete your sentence, and it talk to you just like just a human being sitting right next to you. This, we are not alone. So I wish that people would stop denying the existence of God, or deny even the existence of a devil, because they both exist. Look around you. Look at all the things you cannot explain, that science cannot even explain. So if you understand that there is not only good, but there's evil, you should know that there's also evil that works in a lot of people too. And that's why you have to be very careful that you don't allow that bitterness and that hate, because it turns you into those people that are doing the same thing to you. And that is why the saying hurt people is so true. Because just because I'm hurting, I'm going to take it out on another person because I'm hurting. I hate my life. I'm miserable. Nothing's going right for me. My life was supposed to go like this. I hate that you are like this. I hate that you can manage your emotions. I hate that you look good in a dress or a suit. I hate that you got a loving family that loves you. I hate that you have friends because I can't keep friends. Nobody wants to be around me. And then that person that they're trying to transfer that hateful spirit to, because of their actions, they take on that unforgiveness. They start doing the exact same thing to other people. And then it just keeps going like a domino effect. And it just never stops until someone brings it to a stop. So I refuse to allow the demons and demonic people to get me down to the point to where I change who I am for them. Now, some of it is in me. So, I mean, I can get with the best of them. I can go to toe to toe with the best of them. So I mean, you can let this face and this lace front fool you, but I'm not scared by a long shot. And I definitely can bust the damn grape. Okay. So I'm a need for people. Like I said, if you on YouTube and I got beef with you and I see you, I'm shooting to injure. I'm not going to shoot to, unalive you first. I'm going to shoot to injure, because I'm going to need you to stay the hell away from me. Don't come nowhere in my vicinity or my location, nowhere close to me. Stay away from me. Okay. I'm doing good by trying to forgive and move on about my business and going about my way and enjoy my life and not engage with you. Okay. Hey, Mika, how are you? So people also need to understand, whether you're a Buddhist, whether you believe in Christian values, you're going to reap what you sow. So whatever you put out, believe me, you might not get it right now, but you will get it. It might be on your deathbed. Everything you did to other people is going to come back to you and hit you like a ton of bricks. And for some of your enemies, for some of the people that you came against, for them to know that probably would be gratifying. But at the end of the day, what is even more gratifying is that you living your life regardless of what they're saying, what they're doing, and having a good time doing it. And enjoying the people that do love, that do like, that do celebrate you. Right? You said people create monsters. They are made, not born. Well, even with that, that's why you have to get in control of yourself. That's what I talked about, moving on and moving forward. There's a lot of things that's happened to me. There's a lot of things that maybe happened to another person. But your circumstances, or sometimes they will shape you. But if they're shaping you for the worst, that is your choice. That is your choice to be a monster. So you can't always blame your situations and what other people done to you and the reason why you feel like you got a right to be this and be that. No, you got to get in control of your own life and be like, regardless of what happened to me, I can choose to be miserable and bring other people down with me and be a monster, or I can just learn to let it go and get healing for it, or learn to move on, to move forward and try to be a better person and enjoy the life that I have. That's your choice. Just like it's a choice to be a monster, it's a choice to be a decent person. So that's on you. And you can't blame situations. You can't blame your misfortunes in life. You can't blame all your offenses on other people. You got to just learn to see it for what it is and understand there's nothing you can do about it but what you can do right now. Right now, you can choose to be different. Right now, you can choose not to be a monster and a miserable person spewing it on other people at 50 and 60 and 70 years old. That's what you can do. Hey, get it together. Hey, Robert. So we choose to be the monster. We choose to be the villain. We choose that. And that's the choices that human beings make. Why do you think God gave everybody free will? He didn't make us robots. He made us have free will so we can choose where we want to go, how we want to handle things. So there's some people that choose to be monsters and villains. And there's some people that choose to be different and decent people. It's about choices in this life. And my choice is to disengage with demons. My choice is to disengage with idiots. And my choice is to enjoy the life that God has given me and use it to the best of my ability. That's my choice. And I think a lot of times in life, and that's what's wrong with a lot of people, they want to put things on other people, on what they've been through, what mama did, what daddy didn't do, what granny did, what uncle did to me when I was 5 years old. And all those things happen, right? Some of those things were misfortunes. Some of those things were tragedies in our lives. Some of those things set up different traumas in our lives where we just are not normal in the, I would say, in most people's view, but at the end of the day, we have to make a decisions on how we're going to move forward. Once you become an adult, you don't have time to cry. You have time to get up, get your stuff together. Yes, it happened to you. What do I do now? That's the choice that you got to figure out. So, and a lot of times you will discover if you're trying to be a decent person and this one over here is just trying to be just as foul as they really are on the inside, you can't do nothing about that. But what you can do is do something about what you and how you respond to it. Because I don't ever want to say, well, if she didn't do this, I wouldn't do this. Yeah, I could say that. But at the end of the day, I ultimately have the decision on how I'm gonna handle it. And I refuse to join the misery loves company party. You're going to be miserable by yourself, having an argument by yourself, going back and forth with somebody by yourself, because really you are non-existent to me. Don't know you, don't ever want to know you. And if you fell off the face of the earth, that would be the best thing in the whole wide world, because you're not adding to anything. You're trying to destroy. But again, I cannot be the judge and the jury, so I have to learn to deal with me and get away and get out of that bitterness, get out of that hatred if I have some in my heart. And really, you might have a strong dislike for a person, but if you really don't know no person, know the person, that person hasn't did anything for you, you really shouldn't even have any hatred. You just maybe hate the character that they are, hate their ways, or you strongly dislike them as a person. But hate is really strong. For hate, you would have to be in someone's life. They would have to pour into your life and all of a sudden betray you. That would be something that, I can probably understand. But even then, you have to make the choice. Hey, it happened. What can I do about it right now? How can I respond in a way that will not let me lose myself and take my joy away? you know so that's what we have to learn, and that's why I said now I disengage with demons. You can kick rocks with open toe shoes. You can, like I said, fall off the face of the earth. um you can disappear. I wouldn't care. It would probably be a good thing, a great thing for a lot of people. um you know it just doesn't matter to me. So when you understand that certain people don't matter to you, you start to realize, hey, engaging with this person or going back in this person is very fruitless, and it's really not a point to it. So why do it? And that's just my way of thinking. I only really want to have an argument with people I actually care about, people that I've spend time with, friends, close friends, family members. I don't want to have an argument with them either, but I'm saying, if I'm going to give my energy, and you have to be even careful about that, even for the people you love. But if I'm going to give my energy to somebody, it's going to have to be somebody. Thank you so much, Gamma. It's going to have to be somebody that I actually care about. Otherwise, you can, thank you so much. I would, it's Sunday. I would say I would give you two middle fingers and go on. Or I could just say, I'll just let you just go ahead and be in your delusion and go in your world of misery. I'm going to be over here enjoying my life and actually really being unbothered. See, a lot of times we have to realize haters, people that don't like you for whatever reason, they watch your life. That's why you need to be very careful on what you put on the internet, what you put, like what pictures, of your family, things like that, because you have so many people that will monitor your life. They will, see, who you related to, who you're with. That's why a lot of times I don't tell you guys a lot of things, because I understand what type of environment I'm in. And even when people say that they're not watching you and they don't care, they're watching you. They're carrying everything. They're seeing everything that you got. They're seeing every picture that you put up there, so they can critique you all the way from your lace front to your toes. They're watching you because they are miserable. They have nothing else to do, and they want to find something wrong with you because they're just that miserable. So, and I would say, yeah, bless their souls. That was probably what the Jesus would want us to do, to bless our enemies. I still struggle with that just a tad bit. But yeah, bless their souls, because I've never been that miserable to where I wanted to sick somebody and get into their life to see what kind of, compare their life with mine, so I can be, even though I'm going through hell and I don't got anything, and I don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. I'm gonna critique somebody else for what somebody else lied about, and go on from there, and let me just break this person down, because hell, it makes me feel good. It makes me feel better about me, because how this person, that they trying to act like this person all that, but look at what she don't have, or look at this, let me break this down, let me just, it's too much. Baby, you got too much time on your hands. You need to be worried about getting your life together, because most times some people is 1 foot in the grave. Okay, you got 1 foot in the grave, and you worried and being so miserable and so hateful about somebody else that don't know you and don't care about your existence. That's a waste of time. It is a waste of time. So I personally, I'm not finna do that with no Negro or Negress. You can definitely, um, keep barking for people's attention, but you're gonna find yourself real silly over there barking by yourself. Cause I don't engage. I don't engage with demons anymore. I understand how much it costs for me to do that. It costs me my energy. It costs me my happiness and my joy. And I'm not going to let anybody do that. I will fight to keep my peace of mind. If it has me to where I have to separate myself, or maybe not go certain places, or maybe not deal with certain things to keep my peace of mind, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Because guess what? I am living just like everybody else on this world. I am living on borrowed time. And I only give my attention to things that are worth it. And some people are trash to me. I'm sorry. They're trash. So when you understand what you're dealing with, when you understand that you are engaging constantly with demons and they're getting you out of your body, you did it to yourself. Because you got to make the choice to live your life and live it to the best of your ability, and not to keep engaging with fools. Because some people are just young fools, old fools, middle-aged fools. They just gonna stay that way, right? So um I hope that everybody has a good week. I'm back at work this week, so I will be spending less time on here, which is a good thing. But every now and then I will go live, but um yeah, I'm not gonna allow energy vampires and people that mean you no good. They have no worth in your life. They're just there and just being a nuisance to everyone they come across. And misery, misery definitely loves company, and I'm telling you, it wants you to sit there, have a miserable time, get you a cup of coffee or maybe some Don Julio, and relax right there in misery, in the misery. So if you want to do that, you can, but I'm not fooling with that. Love y'all to Reese's Pieces. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Miss V. Thank you for everybody that came through. I don't know who this person is saying, what do I have to bring to the table? I don't even know what that has to do with the conversation. But what I do have to bring to the table is telling people the truth, and also being accountable for my own behavior. That's what I bring to the table, sir or ma'am. So I don't even know what that had to do with anything, but okay. Have a great day, y'all. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for the super chats, or and if I got any cash apps or whatever. I appreciate everything that you guys do. Shout out to everybody that came through. Talk to you later. Bye.